Hey folks, welcome back to Pine Badger Outdoors. Today, just a little update. It's the middle of January, haven't been doing any camping. Just haven't been in the mood to do videos lately, just goes through those phases I do. But anyways, this is just a little update on the motorized bike thing because that's what I've been doing, tinkering in the basement. Got a little corner of the basement. It's not the cleanest, but you know what? It's warm. Got wood in the background, that's where I store the wood. The old Phantom 66, that's what I call her. That's the first one I ever built. She's, I'm going to just reverse this. She's right here. And what I did, I brought her in. I always bring her in for the winter. Put her in the basement. And I took her for a rip before I brought her in. Everything's running good. I really didn't run it much last summer because I got the wheeler. But I don't know if you can see that or not. I put that on and I've got, I think it's almost 90 kilometers on that since I put that speedometer on. So I know I had at least twice that on it before I put that on it. And that little bike works really good. That's the first one. But I did build it on a new bike when I built that one. On a beach cruiser, and I call it a suicide brake. I bought a kit for the front and rear, but I never did do the rear because I've got this one set right good. And because I've got no suspension on this bike, this post right here has suspension on it. And I went with the CNC cut on this build. This is 3 years old, and I've had no issues with it really. And this is the one, the last little video I did way back when, about 10 months ago. Well, this is where I am. I started on this one last week. And I've got the CNC cut on it. This is a 36 tooth, but I ordered a 40 just in case. And everything seems to be okay. The only issue I ran into, like I just put the rims back on because you can see the rims are red spokes. I painted them up just quick, and I've got some new tires I'm going to order probably in a week, but these are just the old tires for mock-up. I put it back together and you can see it's going to be flat black. And my buddy Ryan, I think he said these were off of Yamaha. I changed the bars. I put these bars on because it had a little set of straight bars, those little black ones. And I just wanted to change it up a bit. And that's the exhaust that I am going to use on it after the engine's been broke in. Because what I did for engine break-in, I put this little guy on. And I'm having a little bit of clearance issues here. So I made these little spacers, these little cushions, and I made my own little bracket here because this is only going to stay on this factory exhaust just long enough to break the engine. And you do see I do have a little printer here. Badger Cycles. Suicide at its best. I shouldn't say that, but anyways, I've got the clutch to gauge, engage, disengage right here. But the only issue I had with this build so far, and it's kind of cool because it's a head scratcher, and I don't know if it's going to work. When you order these little bikes, you can get an offset right here. And it's not straight, it's offset to the side. But because this bike has kind of fat tubes and it's not your ordinary build, it's a 24-inch, it's not, you know, everything is, I'm kind of making it as I go, I think. So what I did, I found a piece of old radiator hose that fit good, and I just laid up on the Teflon. And I Frankensteined, I put a piece of rubber under this bracket right here for vibration. But I Frankensteined me up a side mount here. And I think that's going to take most of the vibration away because everything is on rubber here. And it's either going to work or it's not going to work, but these are a pretty simple little beast. And what I did on the other side, I took off all of this stuff, this shifter business, and I broke the chain and I resized it to make it just choose one speed, and that's where it stays. So I got to do a little bit of Dremel work right here so it'll clear, because it almost clears, because I'm pretty sure after I break it in, maybe not for cold starts because the reviews on these aren't 100%, but maybe like once I got it going, it's a little kit that you buy, and like for most everything else for these bikes, they're not that really expensive. And get her back into place here, guys. It's not easy when you're left-handed sometimes, but anyways, you just pull this off and you take off the nut from the, and it goes right in here like this, and it would fit the place of that. So that's probably going to be the plan. I'm going to test run it on that bike, and I do know that this exhaust, because I did have it on the Phantom, and it is so loud. It sounds like a little CR Honda or something like that. I suppose you could put a silencer on the end, but when this bike is done, it's been butchered and chopped, and the name of this bike is going to be Filthy McNasty. So Filthy McNasty needs this obnoxious bike. So yeah, if this works, it's going to be pretty cool. If it doesn't, back to the drum board. But I do have the brakes. That's what I like about this bike. I don't care about the gears. I do have front suspension. The seat post on this one isn't going to be, it doesn't have any suspension to it, but I do have a nice seat for it, black with some red trim. And I got to order a gas tank, because through one of my little excursions, you can see I dented this one again. But before I bent this stud, I done a really dumb thing. I left this stud out, and when the handlebars turned, it punctured the tank on the 66. So I had to rob one of my other kits, which was that kit, that 100cc kit, just to use the tank. So I did. But this one, I ordered a tank. It's the same tank, 2 liter, but it comes in red and it's plastic, but it's molded the same. So that's going to work out pretty good. Black frame, red wheels, red tank, red handlebars. And probably some mud if she works good. So anyways, we're early in the game on this one, guys. We're early in the game. Honestly, we're the middle, getting towards the end of January, so we're a ways from breaking this one in. I mean, the road's got to be dry, because at this point, I pretty much just got to put on my my grips, or handlebars, controls, the coil, run the wires. Just quick for mock-up. Everything's going to be zip-tied for now. Excuse me. And then she's ready to break in. So I'll keep you guys posted on this, because I know it's been probably the best part of a year since I talked about this little bike here. And because I haven't worked on it, and that's the truth. So I just happened to take a second look. I was bringing the Phantom in to service it, because I do that. I tend to service them and then just put them on a piece of 2x4 or a piece of plywood in the basement, and then they're good to go in the spring. So anyways, that one was all done, and I just had this one hanging up on a string on the old beams here in the basement. And anyways, I got looking, because I thought this was going to run too crooked back here. And anyways, everything just went into place. I just took it off the rack, put it up on the old bench right back here, and we went to work. Well, me, the Badger. And things just started to go together, and then I decided, you know what, just to break it in, because it's stop, go, instead of putting that really loud pipe, that fat belly on it, I was just going to go with the little factory one for now. And right here, I went and I bought a bag a while back of probably 30 or 40 of these bolts, so I don't have to use these hex ones if I don't want to. These are the bigger ones. So I just went with a bolt head here. So it's really nice for exhaust when it's tight, because this is one of those, I mentioned it on the other video when I started this bike. It's got, in the 90s, they had these fat tubes here. And I just makeshift the bracket because I did a little bit of Frankenstein work, but I should have just bought the mount, because I see those mounts now on the cart on Amazon. They're like $24 and they go around the tube, and then you just run one of these, and you can buy those different sizes, of course. But anyway, so far so good. I just wanted to check in with you guys and let you know that I'm still kicking, and I haven't been camping much. Well, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really been camping at all. I've had the wheeler out a couple times through the woods, me and Willie. I put some shorts on my Facebook and a couple little things on YouTube, but not much. Because it's just, I don't know, I just haven't been in the mood to camp. I guess even the old Badger gets lazy, and, you know, like I said in one of my videos, one of my first videos, guys, I don't make videos just to make videos. I really do. I get in a little mood, and I feel like I want to touch base with the peeps and let everybody know what's going on. And yeah, don't mind me. I'm just, it's like a little Rubik's Cube here. You know what I mean? And I think I was just doing it backwards because, but anyways, the dogs, little dogs, but you can see how this stuff is made, guys. It's you can see why it would break. That's all I'm going to say about that. Like, it's pretty cheap. But anyways, pole starter. Hopefully this will work, as long as it doesn't leak air, which I don't think it will because I was extra careful. But yeah, and I do, like I told you guys before, I keep a few spare parts kicking around here just because you never know what you're going to need. Cables and handles, and I keep a couple spare carburetors because those little carburetors are cheap, and usually rather than monkey with them too much, you just take them off and keep them for the few parts that's left in them, the needle, and put a new one on it for $12, $17, whatever it is. But anyway, guys, that's what we're doing. We're tinkering on the little bikes. So if I do a camping trip or anything out of the ordinary happens, I'll make sure to let you guys know and keep you guys posted. So until next time, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me some comments. Don't be too hard on me on this build, because I'm just making this shit up as I go. Because really, I scoured Amazon. There's only one, I don't know what you call it, manifold intake, I guess, or whatever you want to say, for the carburetor, and it turns off that way, and that's the only one that I could find. So it was either cut it, run the pipe, or I found that little 45 seems to work. If it works, I'll make sure and do a video to let you guys know, but that'll be a little while down the road. Like, subscribe, share my videos. Until next time, guys, keep on a camping with the Badger. Later, guys. Thanks.